Jolan True.
Oh,
Uh, Bit on the late start. That's on me. So yeah. Hi everybody.
hello, friends. Boom.
Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. As you can see, we are. Hello, Emma Meowie.
Hey, Emma.
We are under the water.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
How would you feel about not being under the sea for a moment?
Okay,
How would you feel about coming to the Limbs and Lemons resort?
I can do this. Yeah. Well, and surprise, you were right on time, Emma Meowie. For I was the one who was late today.
Jordan was the one who was late. He is the one who knocks. And I'm going to ask you, what is your bag space situation like?
Uh, 3/4 empty.
Cool. I'm going to fix that.
Oh shit. Uh, no, work did not run late for me today. Uh, I It's rainy here.
It's nice. It's a very cool, rainy afternoon where we are. So we are both fighting the urge to just nap.
Yep. Hugo Moon, I can see from here. Person named Donut Enjoyer.
Bear with me a little longer.
Mm-hmm. Gucci Frying Pan.
Gucci frying pan. I have not. I've been in Limzilla Minza for like an hour,
Mm.
and I have not had a chance to do any straight tour. Glad you are getting the opportunity.
Uh, East Coast of the United States is where we're at, Amamiawi. I'm thinking Arby's. It's a known person here. Niche Fruit, that's a new one. Pure White Raw Toast. They have the title Pure White, and then it's Raw Toast. It's, Biffalo Johnson. Not Buffalo Johnson.
Biffalo
Biffalo.
or Buffalo?
Biffalo.
Buffalo. Biffalo's. Biffalo's a funny name.
Ricky Freckles.
Ricky Freckles. Lovely name.
Hugo Moon. Jack Dalton.
Oh, Moon, I believe. I think Jack Dalton's definitely an OG.
Yep. Star Niece is here. Used to seeing them. Ah, Bob, you're missing the Docton.
Are there? We got a Docton spotting. A
Multi
herd of them.
a multi Docton spotting.
A herd of Doctons.
Yes. Little bit. That's a name I'm familiar with seeing.
You know who I'm really sad we've never seen again?
Who?
Beefcake McLarge Huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a Lalafell warrior named Beefcake McLarge Huge.
Where are you?
On the bridge between. Wah, wah. Ran right past me. Now I'm following you.
Alright. So. Trade.
Fancy Bob.
So. We'll be here a minute.
Because we can only trade 5 items at a time.
Yep.
Hang on one sec before we finish this.
Uh-huh.
Item settings. Okay. I am now ready.
So, for those of you wondering what's going on, this was previous character that I had been playing. Many, I think like five-ish years ago.
Something like that.
And basically when I decided that when we got past the point where I had reached with my previous character, I was going to liquidate my other characters. What I'm currently doing with Jordan. And in my old guild, someone in the guild had gone absolutely crafting bonkers and made me a bunch of sets of crafting gear. All at rather high quality. Which I'm not going to throw away. I'm going to just transfer to my new character. All right, two more pieces of gear. Three more pieces of gear, sorry. And 1,018,787 gil. Oh, I can only trade a million. So then it'll be 18,787. I'm just gonna delete this character. Yeah. Unfortunately, the destination for this character is the delete file. Now, if you will make your way to the aft castle, sir.
Aft Castle.
Yeah, please. Once I beat the 21 player login queue. I wasn't talking to you, Siri.
Siri says, "Are you sure?"
I don't be right there. Go ahead, Jordan.
I don't. To respond to Emma Meowie, who says you should turn in as much of your stuff into moonstones or duck bones. I don't think he's gotten
Not
that.
nearly high enough level to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I looked into what I could do that with, but there just wasn't anything to trade up or trade down. Instead, I'm turning it all into gil. Speaking of which, let's get Jordan in here.
Zinnia on a top.
Yep. You're not actually on this character's friend list, so.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, that makes sense. That would be. That
this
would be
was
one
my
of.
stream team. Yeah. Yeah, politics and auto shower. Not on this character. This character's still in Ironworks gear. This character's not getting deleted. I'm keeping this name for as long as I possibly can. I am, however, going to send 500,000 over. All right. Now let's get all that shifted over onto Letha. Yeah, I'm keeping the Xenia on a top name. The character may end up changing, but there's no way I'm letting that name go.
It's a very good name.
What are you oofing, Emma? Transforming everything into Gil. Now your lack of ways to do that. I didn't have a whole lot, so I just went through and sold it all at a vendor. I know that sounds weird, but I had to do. It gave me something to do while Jordan was napping. It gave me something to do during my 4-hour meeting last night that started at 9 p.m.
Ew.
Yeah. The thing about Limit Break being a volunteer company is you only get to meet when people are available.
That's true.
Fuck. Jordan?
What's up?
Come to me.
Where's you?
Yeah.
Lower the Aetheryte Plaza.
Party.
Oh. Try now.
I still can't invite you to try that again. There we go. How did you not spot this lot before?
Not gonna lie, I spend a lot of time on main because of the lack of inventory space and trying to think of ways to make money out of the shit that I need to get rid of. Yeah. Biggest mood.
Yeah. Big mood. But yes, I'm at the Aetheryte Plaza.
They weren't. You're talking about the Rosalind.
The Rosalind Green, Rosalind Calliope, Rosalind White, and Rosalind Red. There was a Rosalind Purple here a minute ago.
Black,
no,
blue, and
there's
yellow.
black, blue, and yellow over there.
They weren't here when I was originally running through here. They must have seen the Docton dance line and were like, "We're gonna
That's
come.
true.
We're gonna multi-box our way into the Docton dance line."
All right, let me empty some space.
Oh, they're for sure.
Whether a band or bots, yeah. Our ether shard has a lot of like group characters. Like you'll see, if Jordan wants to go show you again, the Docton gang, and then there's all the Rosalinds.
Docton gang, Rosalind's.
There's at least 4 Honeybee Lovelies spelt different ways.
Yeah.
Who I'm aware is a character from the expansion. Alright, I am prepared to receive. I'm in Hawker's Alley.
I'm right
Just
behind you.
Standing away from the crowd.
You're also an ether, so you totes get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just worry about passing me the 500,000 at this point. Then we'll call the rest a transfer fee.
Hey, Frary. Lurking is
Hey,
much
Frary.
appreciated.
Hey, man, you do what you got to do, Frary.
Indeed. Much clicking.
Yeah, the fact that you can only transfer 5 items, diabolical. All right, we done?
I think so. Pretty
Cool.
sure we
I'm
are.
gonna go drop these on Bill or Ted, one of the two. Probably on Ted.
Part of the spaghetti code.
I mean, also the game really isn't designed around doing stuff like this. Like keep your one character.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at my Tridodo. No, you're just a bunch of crafty materials. That's why their item sets only have 5 items bundled, like character outfits.
Yeah. Because it's 5 main pieces of gear, isn't it? Head, chest, legs, hands, boots. Right, now that rigmarole is over. It is time to return under the sea.
Under the sea.
Take care of the teleport. It is MSQ time, Emma.
Wee.
We're off to see the Ninja Turtles.
Do 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 do.
That's the way we came in. Is
Yeah, but he's up.
Oh, is he up there?
At this point, it's a first playthrough for Bob.
Yeah.
And a refresher for me.
So I had played AOR and Heavensward before, and up to about 6 quests ago in Stormblood. We are now in completely new territory for me, which is why I'm finally getting around to liquidating the other characters. So, all right, let's see here. Good make you. Ooh, that's pretty. Thurban is curious to learn. Thurban is curious to learn why you are here. Kojin and Tommy. Bet. So tell me, my friend, what strange tide bear you to our home?
Storms of Blood.
Storms of blood. Blood. Storms. Storm of blood. That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I should introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It'll be up to you, however, to present your case.
Huh.
Bunshin.
That's a dope ass helmet, though.
Yep. Basis and investigation.
We thank you for your hospitality on the Elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
we talk to Soroban, or are you still in the cutscene?
I am finishing up the cutscene now. Alright, Sorban. What say you?
E. Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure. Yasakani no Magatama. Magatama? What are we, Phoenix right now?
Rah!
This jewel is the most secret of Kojin relics. Possession of the Hingashi. They decided to present it to the Dalians as a gesture of consolation. Red would not abide this. They plotted to seize the vessel bearing to their imperial masters. Alas, those who succeeded, ensuring chaos, Magatama was lost to sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, if you were to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. Do you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? Not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning. Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform. View your bodies with a powerful blessing. First, you must prepare the offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, freshly harvested clue carrots. That's quite the shopping list, he said, voicing everybody in this goddamn cutscene. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Adventurers, would you go and find an unclu and relieve it to Carapace?
Sure thing.
I mean, it's the thing I do second best.
One bear ass. Got
One
it.
bear ass coming right up. And Clyde.
Yep. Oops. I missed the turn.
Well, have you the unclu carapace? How splendid they are. Kami should be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. Neither sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist. I realise now you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for the purpose. Next we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yakasani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? It's far too large to be carried by the three of us. How are we supposed to even find it? Ruby Sea isn't exactly small. Ha 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 ha! Surely you realize we've been searching this whole time. The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. What remains is a region to the west. The shellless of Sui no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? Mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Rain have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. Give me that robe. Alright, there are a lot of side quests down here, but none of them are blue, so I don't think any of them are ether currents. There is a blue quest up there called the Sword in the Stone.
Ruby Sea. That is an ether current quest.
Yeah, let's go do that one.
Oh, there it is.
Slender Koji. Sword in the Stone. Slender Koji is looking for a woman, light on her feet.
It is so far away, but I cannot give up just yet. Oh, a visitor. My, your footsteps were so light I did not hear you approach. I could really use the assistance of one as nimble as yourself.
Ah, that's why there's a jumping puzzle.
Yeah, there we go. Do you see that sword protruding from that large boulder up there? I must find a way to procure it that I might accomplish my dreams. Like all the others, I want so desperately to explore the surface in search of treasure. To do so, however, I must first prove to the village elders I am worthy of embarking upon such excursions by retrieving that sword. My comrades have given me advice on how I might reach it, but every time I get close, I lose my footing and end up tumbling into the waters below. Could you, perhaps, do me a favor by demonstrating how I might get there? Come, let us move up above. I shall observe your lithe movements from there.
Think that was a compliment?
Very weird one. Jumping puzzle, ho! Talking to the Slender Kojin.
Yes, sir.
Do you spy that large plateau jutting out of the cave walls over there? Can you begin by jumping over to it? You must demonstrate to the Kojin that this feat can be accomplished without the use of any outside help. Should you call upon a mount or fall into the water, you must start over from the beginning. I, too, can make it to the plateau, but it is from there where things become tricky. Every step must be taken with calculated precision or risk, like me plummeting into the waters below. Ah, so that is how you must do it. I shall give it a try. Oh, so now we have to jump down and go back up and speak to him, so he'll go do it. Yep. Elevator up. I am beyond impressed. You are possessed of an incredible grace. It is clear to me now. One must tense all the muscles in their legs, then push off from the rock to gain enough momentum to make it to the next one. You have restored my confidence. Thanks to you, I am one step closer to fulfilling my dream of exploring what the world above has to offer.
Hey. Brief BBC. To exploration and a quest. The head of
Wait, this is the path up.
Yeah, I was going to see if he jumped yet. Oh, no, he's just gone. Sorry, I was being nosy. In Soroban we trust. Soroban is about to show you a shining, shimmering, splendid new world. But it's not going to be on a flying carpet, so...
Nope.
Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Let us go to the western part of the village where the water twists and turns. There, complete our preparations for the ritual.
Yep.
Do. Hello there. Dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned. Bashir, here we come. Bashir, we come. We better get one of these as an actual mount.
I believe it's the racial mount for repping up with the Kojin.
Ah, okay. First of all, I need to find the one of these to kill Steel Velrun and stab it. So derpy looking. I love it. Diving unlocked, okay. Whatever that means. They dive into deep, stay submersion definitely. Underwater settlements like Amamizu, Suinasato can be accessed by circular. Leave deep water, you only need to swim towards surface. Conversely, dive into deep water, swimming on surface, create control and spacebar. Don't separate you from your steed, speak with Saraban at the stroke rate. You and all your flying mounts have received the Kojin tribe's ancient blessing. Now breathe underwater indefinitely. Alright. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. No. I was wondering what that weird exclamation mark was, but it's just Soroban to give his mounts back, isn't it?
Yep. Now you'll notice that some of these that they have some of these portals are like up on the side.
Yeah.
So you don't always have to come in from like ground level.
I did notice that. I just happened to be at ground level. Figured I'd use the front door.
I'm gonna go out the back door. And now we'll go in the back door. Alright, we're supposed to talk to somebody here.
Yeah, Lise. She's at the front door. Which is why I came in this way.
I was having fun.
How very dazed. This must be Sui no Sato, the Rain village Soroban told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Koji's missing jewel. We now perform underwater emotes. Talking to Elise. No. Alright. Forever and ever apart. Police would not delay in beginning the search for the Yasakani no Magatama. This is Sui no Sato. Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals would be able to point us in the right direction. So now I look around, I get a distinct impression we are here. Could have fooled me. Jordan's been through the entire bloody village. Whee! Sanasami's just a random Ora just standing here?
I think that's what they mean by shellless ones.
Oh, okay.
Also, Rain is a subset of our, yeah. They're the light-horned ones.
Okay. Shiosai. So, this is our man?
Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, the adventurers and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Sui no Sato, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it?
The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor ever would I claim to be one. I am High Priest of the Shisui of the Violet Tides, Shiosai.
So you are. The rain come off as really racist. It's very interesting that Ora are among the most popular race then. So you are the man we're looking for. Great. We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yakasani no...
Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Chip chip. I need one of you as a pet.
Yep. Need me an otter. Big old fat otter.
Quiet, Isobe, or there'll be no dango for dinner. Ahem. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return.
At the very least, sir, might consent to tell us of your village? Why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy?
Sui no Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we reign enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives, but it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from our ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war. And here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so it ever shall be.
Forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand now that you highly value your way of life and how you will suffer none to endanger it. May be assured that we have no desire to do so, and would hope that it would be given you no cause to assume otherwise.
You have not, but this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of those all who call Sui no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please, do not ask this of me.
Thank you for your time, sir. So it continues. Village on the deaf ear. Clearly, Girabani is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. Well, those rogue knives are kind of dope. The way they fold out. Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Asari.
Gosetsu.
someone's fancy by getting stepped on there.
My appetite for the agony of this, as an abyss, bottomless, insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck, piss, and debase yourself for my amusement. All of
boom. Right. Alizé. In the darkness, the Magatama dreams. Alizé's sigh tells you all you need to know about her state of mind. She seems to have reached an impasse. To make matters worse, every solution I can think of only makes it take more time. I don't suppose you have any nice ideas, do you, adventurers?
Gotta be talking to the villagers, right? Because that's what we've seemed to be doing at every.
But the idea is that they don't want us here, right?
Mm.
Yeah, we can talk to the villagers. Why not?
You were the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. Mine apologies. I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ahanami, and this is my wife, Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should very much like to hear it.
Ask why?
If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. 'Twould be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is Yugiri.
Saw that coming a fucking mile off.
Kami be praised. She lives. She lives.
Looking for her too, actually. But I'm sure she's alright. Had no idea she hailed from Suino Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi?
It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yangxia. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression upon her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. And when the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who only wanted to keep her people safe. Surely there is something we can do for these people, they who give her aid and succor when no other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye it is jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin the search there.
Thank So much. We'll do just that.
I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her.
We will. I promise. Arf. Blue quest up here.
Palace of Lost Souls?
Thinking this might be a dungeon quest more than a.
Probably.
Oh, it's an Aetheryte quest.
Oh.
Or an Aether Torrent quest.
Oh, yep.
Take it.
Let's do it.
Right. Are you a woman from above? I'm Coronai, sister to the Ruby Princess, ruler of these seas. Wearing bespeaks a strength and courage few possess. I have been waiting for one such as yourself to arrive. Though many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shisu of the Violent Tides. Claimed he had come to bestow a blessing, holy protection upon the palace. The incantation he muttered instead drew forth a terrible spirit, which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar raids of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shusai immediately evacuated everyone, and has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony, but none but Shiosai and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shuisu of the Violent Tides to prevent any of the wraiths from within from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced by the hour we must destroy the dome and everyone within it, including my sister. I beseech you, woman of the land, lend unto me your mind. Please, find a way to save her. Make your choice.
I cannot make any promises.
Is as they say, an experienced swimmer will avoid diving into uncharted waters. As a seasoned warrior will keep out of the reach of an unknown enemy's lance. Still, I'd hope I might rely on your help. By some chance you change your mind, please, seek out Shiosai. Let's meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we will all regret. Let's go find this dickhead then. We just met Yurgiri's folks, yeah.
And you are?
Yep.
Lady Kurenai, What brings you here? What? My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was for you to entrust another with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know naught of.
What other choice did I have? The seal breaks, we will be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people, turning to outside help?
And you think that this woman has some hidden power, capable of delivering Shui no Sato from an untold disaster?
I realise it is not in your nature to ask for assistance. Like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome would be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even if you must realise, we only stand to gain by requesting this woman aid.
You have the right of it. Very well. I will give you a friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed with my life. But remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into the Shui of the Violet Tides. I presume you are well aware of where it's located?
Not to worry, I'll show her there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there is one last thing I must share with you. Not entirely truthful in everything I've told you. It is nothing that affects our current predicament. It's nevertheless a lie I mean to set straight once this is all over. Give me something if I could tell you now, I would. Alright, oh, way over there. Alright then. Current 700 yalms to the west. surface point yet?
No.
Come back. Come towards my dot on the map. Let's see it here. It's cool.
Found it.
Yep. Found all the exploration ones.
Yep.
2 quest ones to do, one of which we're on.
Yep.
Let's go discover this bloody thing, shall we?
Indeed.
Right. I think this is the dungeon that Kui was saying we should look up.
Mm-hmm.
These are the gates to the palace, inside of the Ruby Princess and her guards. Thank you, adventurers. Though he might not show it, Shiosai is secretly very grateful to you too. Sort of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however indirectly, tormenting him. Now, not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you will be unable to pass through the gates without it.
Well, there's a change of pace.
What?
Do a dungeon for the ether current.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Insta Q pop.
Hehe. We did get a dungeon. Thanks to the help of RFC. Got all four of us in here. I know they're probably off to do maps later tonight. Is that tonight or is that
That's typically Fridays and
Fridays,
Saturdays.
Fridays and Saturdays?
Yeah.
I know it was one of our stream days. Oh, that was cool. Dungeon dope. Also, apparently, it seems to be an optional one. Wow.
Yep. Well,
Oh, kind of optional. If you, unless you don't want to be able to fly.
yeah. remember correctly, we avoid the antennae. Yup.
Yup.
I know this dungeon is very popular for the fashionistas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'll see when we get our first piece of gear.
Guessing it's also going to end up being part of the high level player, right?
Might be that or leveling roulette.
True. Oh, hello. I am unable to move. Dude, I gave that boss a fucking kicking. That felt good. So I need you to stop fucking hating me. And our first piece of gear is a
Ring.
ring.
Yeah.
never seen people in our FC so excited to do a dungeon before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ring going, oh, pick me, pick me. It's like, wow. Continue down the corridor. This is it's a really dope dungeon. And our tank's off, not tanking.
Nope. Opening loot chests.
An extra loot. For some reason I thought they were a sage. I don't know why. So this is the Ruby Princess. What we got to do here? This should be interesting.
She does. She has a seduction, like mind control thing that she does. I don't remember what's up with the chests. Figure it out as we go.
Or just ask people who know. Change
Oh.
you into the old lady to break hypnosis.
So you want to be behind the chest when she does the hypnosis thing so that you go through it.
Go to a box when she seduces. Copy that. Don't this nerd.
So now she's casting Seduce. Make sure you're behind a box.
What a backflip for? Man, gonna need you to stop. Also, really shouldn't call that thing geothermic flatulence. It's gross.
Tornado Genesis.
That's a really nice headpiece.
I'm very amused by the fact that I've seen what I have the full sets of gear from this dungeon on my main character. I think all 5 of them. And so I know why they're popular with the fashionistas. But it's just annoying that I make that comment and we don't get a single one of the tops or bottoms.
No, we still got one boss to go.
It's true.
I do kind of want to put together a Stormblood clan. Because I had my Ishgard clan.
Right.
Made. Now I want to put together like a Stormblood appropriate one. Fuck that. I'll get it, you tank.
Flying sharks.
The most horrifying of all the sharks. Though, that one of the things is called a bald kraken.
Yeah.
Which now gives me images of a kraken with a wig on. Yeah, I can see myself running this dungeon a lot. That was a very fun dungeon. Lady, now you annoy me. You don't let me do my backflip. I was through her.
Well, there's the legs, at least.
Oh, yeah, I can see why those are popular. uh, those chakrams are nice too.
Yeah.
Alright, should we get on with the plot?
You were talking about Stormboard sets. I really like the Arhat Dogi for casters and healers. It's more conservative.
I just want a nice themed glam. I'll have to do some research into it. Because I really liked my Ishgard glam. Very Eastern themed. Nice. I know not how to thank you. You saved them, adventurers. You saved all of them, even the Ruby Princess. While she's unharmed, she's currently unconscious. Shiosai has carried her to Sui no Sato. She might rest undisturbed. Looks as though it will be a while before she wakes. Before we speak any further, however, return to the village. Time to do the most dangerous thing in the world.
Travel?
Summon bombs underwater.
I summoned the Mana Cutter.
to go up. I forgot we swam down. I'm like, that's a wall.
Uh-oh. There we go.
That might be one of my favorite dungeons yet, you know.
Yeah.
That was a real, just good time, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Add into that the whole the cool Mog and cool it's like the whole vibe of the place is really vibed with.
I can see how our hot set would be your speed.
Yeah, that would make a dope red mage glam. Just have to forego the hat. I'll wait for you to see more. Please allow me once again to thank you for your help. You may be happy to hear the palace guards are all slowly beginning to return to their senses. Seems peace has finally been restored to the palace. You've saved everyone, including Shiosai, from an untimely death. Only the Ruby Princess would open her eyes. Suino Sato will be exactly as it was before. Except we probably need to track down this black dude, the dude in the black cloak that goes around infecting everyone with psycho demons.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the worst of the storm has passed, the tides have begun to calm. It's time I came clean. It was her that infected everyone with psycho demons. Right, talking to her. She's still a blue quest, so...
I think it unlocks the hard mode.
Alright.
What's the name of it? Fathoms Below?
Yeah.
It's a long...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a long quest chain.
We'll come back to that then.
A lot of Little Mermaid references in that quest chain.
I can imagine, yeah. Maybe that's a quest chain we will do on stream at some point, but
Yeah.
Right now we should push on with the MSQ, I think.
Indeed.
Right. Back out into the wilds.
I want to see what I look like with this helmet. Oh, it's just red flowers, despite what the...
Yeah, the thing is red flowers. Headband.
Well, the image for the mask
Is a band.
It's a band with a jaw with like a jaw guard on it.
Mine doesn't have the jaw guard. It just has the band.
Put the ring on. Put the helmet on.
Oh, hang on a minute. Gloves. Who this? Fit with the purple thing better.
I wish I could trade you because I got the pants.
Can you not trade them?
Nope. BOP.
All right, let's roll.
That's the truth. You can do whatever quest chains you want. It's always good to take a break from the MSQ, as it can burn you out.
Yeah, I agree. If we weren't doing that like the 4 other days of the week.
Yeah.
Because we only do the MSQ on stream. And then the rest of the days it's just sort of it's just us pissing around doing whatever we want to do.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna start doing crafting professions here soon. I'm spending a little bit less time in WoW right now. Alright, talking to Alize. This wreck is the self-same vessel of which Soroban spoke. If the gods are good, the Nagatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, adventurers. We're going to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. We need to search the area marked on your map. Your lamp to pinpoint the precise location of the treasure and claim it. Hold your lamp high, but notice nothing.
For an instant, you spy a flash of light. You are getting closer. And that is up by the smokestack.
Oh, you're actually investigating the
Ship.
ship. Because the thing said it would, the thing said it would have been carried away. We'll say, Bob, you really outlevel the MSQ experience. I would employ you to roulette on your days off with another class. I do roulette on my days off. That's kind of the problem. I don't care if I outlevel stuff. I'll be honest with you. The problem is I don't find a lot of the jobs in the game that enjoyable.
Dancer and Red Mage are really the two that...
Dancer and Red Mage have only been the only two that I've really sort of jived with. And Dancer's already at 70, so... There, peeping out of a fine layer of sand, you spy something shimmering. Like, I've unlocked Sage, but I tried doing it and went, this is too much to learn all at once. Just not, there's just it's too much information coming in. And I tried doing Reaper, and that just annoyed the shit out of me. Since you start 30, yeah. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quick. We said to have died of old age by the time we finished. You haven't found anything, have you? Yeah, about that.
Ta-da!
This is it. The Akasani no Magatama. Exactly as Soroban described. Yeah. Our fortunes are finally changing for the better. I do have um. So I have Sage unlocked. My Bard is at 60. My Dancer is at 70. My Red Mage is 77. The Summoner that I started as is 39. Always go back to Summoner. But we'll see. Ooh, new rapier. Who this? It's purple to fit with the theme. Let's go.
Ow.
Whims of the Divine. As ever, Alizé is eager to keep. Much as I would like to return to thank you, Giri's parents, for their assistance. No. I'm sorry you can't see my camera. You did not offend me. I have been trying so hard to find other classes I click with in this game. Right? And I just can't. Like, I don't know what it is, but I have yet to find a melee class I really click with. I adore Red Mage. I really like Dancer. Summoner, I might like Viper. When I get there, I want to try Viper, just so I can have chainswords.
Sword
like-
chucks, yo.
Viper is very much on my radar, as is Pictomancer. They both seem very much up my alley. Yeah, I'm not saying I will never level another class, but right now I kind of just like sticking to Red Mage as I'm learning it as I level up, and I just really like it. Alright, anyway, sorry. As much as I would like to return and thank you, Giri's parents, for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamazimu as once. Hold on to it for now. As we arrive, present it to the Elder. Finally, how to learn to deal with the Red Koji.
Alright, queuing up.
I'll get the teleport, dude.
Oh,
I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to run you over, but like, I'm sitting on like 2.8 million gil right now, and you aren't, from what I understand.
yes.
Now that I've consolidated all my gil in one place.
Must go buy a small house.
No. I'm gonna wait for the much superior WoW housing to come out.
What about playable housing?
Like actually playing as a house.
Yeah, did you see their? I think it was their April Fools this year. Was playable housing. That player housing, playable.
Playable housing.
All right, let's see what Bungeon's got to say. Leave us on our cliffhanger for the week for tonight.
Yeah, it's already 6:15. God damn.
The dungeon there was a nice break into the.
Yeah, super was.
You are returned, and with the Yasakani no Magatama, I trust.
We find out this is just some fucking pebble they go out and bury to test all of the outsiders that come in. Doesn't actually fucking do anything.
Yeah. Yes, there is no mistake. Well done. Well done.
Throws it over his shoulder into the pile in the doorway. So, about the Red Koji, you said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells. Are you ready to tell us now?
I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune into our homes. Gladly we will aid your cause. All is ready, Soroban? Then give them what they require.
This is a ceremonial knife of some sort?
Before this blade, is sealed, that which is sealed shall open. The treasure vault of Kojin on the island of Zeki. It is there our most prized relics, be they of the red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the Gred guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, their response would by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from realms around to defend their treasures.
Were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service to the Imperials have no choice but to answer the call as well. Giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have nearly enough troops to hold up in Asari to hold off the pirates.
However, you must understand that the vault is a holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying the proper respects is a sacrilege we cannot condone.
So if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be all right. Great. How do we do that again? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
The Yasakani no Magatama is one of the 3 most coveted treasures of the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others and thereby make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass, and instead delight in your mischief-making.
So if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your Red brothers, deliver it to their treasure vault. More or less, the Yakasani no Magatama belongs on the Isle of Zeki. So long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied. The Magatama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, you never would have found it in the first place. And we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them to make ready to act when the time is right.
The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Suinosato. Look for a cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors.
And that's where we just were to get that ether current.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We'll turn that into Alizé next time. I'll start looking for a raid target. Oh, it's Rin! Oh my god, Rin! Rin, you didn't!
Thank you, Rin. Yes! Otters. Otters.
Alright, we found our companion for the
Expansion.
Let's go. Go. Yes. Come back here. I was gonna. Ah! All right.
Best.
Companions for the expansion found.
Indeed.
Oh.
Alright.
All right. Now I'll look for a raid target.
So, thank you all for coming out and checking us out today.
Best ending to a stream ever.
Indeed.
See who's on.
Best way to know when we're going live is to follow us here. But failing that, because Twitch do be twitching, please feel free to follow us on any of the 4 major micro-blogging platforms. Twitter, we are 321 Podcast. Blue Sky, we are 321tv.bsky.social. Threads, we are at 321_tv.live. And on mastodon.social, on the mastodon.social server, we are at 321_tv. Please also, you can also support us checking out our merch store, 321-tv-shop.fourthwall.com.
You can also find us individually on socials as well.
Indeed.
Jordan, where do they find you?
You can find me not posting very often, but you can find me on Twitter as Jordan_321TV. And I'm also there on Threads and Instagram as that as well. Again,
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Bob T Goldfish. I don't really post on Twitter anymore. It's just there to keep up with things. You can find me on Blue Sky at Bob T Goldfish, and over on Mastodon on the kind.social server, which is at Bob T Goldfish as well. I don't do Instagram or anything like that. I don't like. All right, we are heading over to raid Holly Likes Games.
hey,
I discovered through my journeys through board game YouTube. She's a fantastic English streamer or personality. She's a good streamer too, but she's on NRB, No Rolls Barred. Very good board gaming. If you like board games, suggest you check out Board Game Club. If you liked Tabletop by Will Wheaton, it's a weekly version of Tabletop. So yeah, we're gonna raid Holly.
all right.
And Tears of the Kingdom.
So we're going to send you off as we always do. Someone just flew off in the car. A whole crowd of people flew off in a car. Send you off as we always do. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all those beyond that spectrum. In the words of the 16th President of these here United States, Abraham Lincoln, please be excellent to each other and party on gender-specific honorifics, and we will see you
Next time.
peace.